jolly weird. Acted like a liberal. Acted like General Franco when he acted like governor of California. Then he acted like a Republican. Then he acted like somebody was going to vote for him for president. And now we act like 26% of the registered voters is actually a mandate. We're all actors in this, I suppose. What has happened is that in the last 20 years, America has changed from a producer to a consumer. And all consumers know that when the producer names the tune, the consumer has got to dance. That's the way it is. We used to be a producer, very inflexible at that, and now we are consumers and finding it difficult to understand. Natural resources and minerals will change your world. The Arabs used to be in the third world. They have bought the second world and put a firm down payment on the first one. Controlling your resources will control your world. This country has been surprised by the way the world looks now. They don't know if they want to be Matt Dillon or Bob Dylan. They don't know if they want to be diplomats or continue the same policy of nuclear nightmare diplomacy. John Foster Dulles ain't nothing but the name of an airport now. The idea concerns the fact that this country won't close down.
Anything, you know,
only in America. Only in America would a couple like that be allowed to unite. Beautiful people, yes. Beautiful people.
God bless America?
God bless America, yes. This being an election year, you know, they're wonderful people. Fine taxpayers.
God bless America?
God bless America, yes. This being an election year, you know, they're wonderful people. Fine taxpayers.
They want to go back as far as they can, even if it's only as far as last week. Not to face now or tomorrow, but to face backwards. And yesterday was the day of our cinema heroes riding to the rescue at the last possible moment. The day of the man in the white hat or the man on the white horse. Or the man who always came to save America at the last moment. Someone always came to save America at the last moment, especially in B movies. And when America found itself having a hard time facing the future, they looked for people like John Wayne. But since John Wayne was no longer available, they settled for Ronald Reagan. And it has placed us in a situation that we can only look at like a B movie. Come with us back to those inglorious days when heroes weren't zeros, before fair was square, when the cavalry came straight away and all American men were like Hemingway, to the days of the wondrous B-movie. The producer, underwritten by all the millionaires necessary, will be Casper the defensive Weinberger. No more animated choice is available. The director will be Attila the Hague, running around frantically declaring himself in control and in charge. The ultimate realization of the inmates taking over at the asylum. The screenplay will be adapted from the book called Voodoo Economics by George Papa Doc Bush. Music by the village people, the very military Macho Man.
Do I know any stories about?
Yeah,
no, I
give us
don't.
one little one.
Very mundane people, but
Well, give me one little story about Jamie.
very
You know.
boring. Very boring person. But a wonderful person, but very boring.
Any Mike Weiss stories?
Mike Weiss, very boring person. Hates to drink, doesn't like to smoke. All around kind of guy. Very athletic, loves to run, fine golfer.
And Kelly Weiss.
Kelly's very skinny fella, marathon runner, hates to drink. Only in America could a guy like him even find work.
And last, but not least, Nancy Weiss.
Nancy Weiss, very slim person, loves to run marathons. Only in America would anybody call her mom.
Thank you.
Yes.
You'll find out that all bar associations hail from the Temple Bar, which is directed at the Inns of Court, that has a direct affiliation to the Ordo Templi Militaris, which is a Knights Templar organization. And that contract, that covenant to direct all bar associations on the planet is issued through what's called a letters patent. And you guys can look up that term later. But it's a contract that's set up based on the Knights Templar. Who are those guys? Those guys are the guys that founded what's known today as our modern banking system. So
you have a Republican form of government. This is not a democracy. The democracy are the slaveholders. You'll not see that written in the Constitution because it does not exist in law. It's a fiction. What it represents is the Albion or European nations who set subversives in this order to overthrow the United States Republic without firing a gun. And so when you hear politicians start talking about our republic, our democracy, understand that he's probably a Knights Templar. Knights of Columbus. They're the financial collectors for the Ku Klux Klan. And that's the code word. When you hear them say democracy, that's the code word. Now,
essentially a god living on the earth, walking, and you basically look at human beings as if they were cattle.
need it so bad. We got to have it so bad. No, we want it so bad. Got to have it so bad. Give it to me so bad. We need it so bad. We want it so bad. Got to have it so bad. I want to get under your skin. If I get there, I've got to win. We need some soul. Come on, get some. And then you know where I'm coming from. I may land the cut and go along. I'm still on the case.
How many adults will turn around because of their quote-unquote, not knowledge, but beliefs, and corrupt their children and then send them out in the world to get beat up? All you're doing is casting them in hell. Now you have a responsibility to get them out of this hell. And you're going to do it with knowledge and wisdom. You're not going to do it with no beliefs and no feelings. Because this is how you're going to save this nation. And this is how you're going to save your babies. If you don't want it, give them a chance. But we're going to give you some keys on how to do it. Don't you ever think that people in government do not understand this. They do. They know it, and they know it very well. They know it better than you'll ever know it. That's how they've been ruling. That's how they've been governing you. That's what their power is. Their power ain't, they really don't like us, and that's why they're powerful. No, they don't. They're powerful because they know you better than you know yourself. They're powerful because they're ruling with knowledge, not dealing with emotions or some beliefs. They feed beliefs to the masses to keep you busy. Give you a God this week to worship and give you another God this week to worship, and they do it from all the branches, whether it's from Islam, whether it's from Christianity, whether it's from Judaism, Buddhism, etc. They've all been used to enslave the masses. Now that's the truth. Whether you can handle that or not, I'm not going to argue the point. But our condition is your proof. If you can't deal with the truth of your condition, you can't deal with reality. And you can't love your brothers and sisters you see every day. Don't tell me about some Allah that you love, because I ain't hearing it. You better translate what you think you know into real life and make it good for the babies, even if it ain't good for us.
Whatever the punishment, whatever the persecution is for standing up for my religious beliefs, even if it means facing machine gun fire that day, I will face it.
So they're suspecting that most of us won't wake up in time to put this in check.
I'm ready to die.
If you know the truth about yourself, there's no need to be afraid. That's number one. And if you love your babies, you'll die for them. So you're still not afraid. They don't hide it. But why should they? Because all we deal with is belief. We don't deal with facts. It's against our gods. Please. Let's save our babies.
Hey, let me grab my guitar and get in the car. Go pick up my cousins. Pick up my cousin on the bass. Give me the bass. Got my cousin on the drums. Go pick up Chris. Come on, let's ride, we ride. Some people are looking for the fountain of youth, and others are looking for some kind of truth. Some people like to sit in darkness, and others like the light of the brightest moon. We got to get out to believe tomorrow is never guaranteed. Might hurt just a little bit while I'm trying to figure it out. I'm on this ride for the thrill of it, living the dream, that's what life's all about. I'm working it out. Some people say I live on the turnpike, and others say cause what you feeling like. Some people like to pose like they're hardcore, and others stand around like they're really bored. We got to get out just to see tomorrow is all we'll ever be. It might hurt just a little bit while I'm trying to figure it out. I'm on this ride for the thrill of it, living the dream.
We are the ones prophesied to return. My main concern is for all of you to learn how to live. Yes, through the lyrics I give and send, my friend, this age is coming to an end. Not the world, but the age is ending.